Hey y'all, so I just want to let y'all know anybody can be considered a debt collector depending on how they collect debt, how often they collect debt, things of that nature, right? So somebody had asked me, because I had put under a comment and I was like, telling them the process that I was going to do with this one company. And they were like, oh, all collections are not like transferred and bought or whatever. And I'm like, true. However, it depends. It depends on a couple of things. So number one, most of the ones that most of us deal with, they are bought and transferred. Like that's just what it is. It gets charged off, and then some company buys it, and then they try to collect. That's the most common one. The second one is, which I think is sneaky as heck, and they shouldn't even be able to do this, but this is exactly why you got to pay attention to certain stuff. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to use an example, right? So number one, let's say Capital One is the original creditor. I fall into default. They're going to charge off that account. Once they charge it off, they can have an in-house collection agency where they're still the ones that's the current owner, but then they have a it's like a mass type of thing, but they have they just have a different, let's say, department that is trying to collect, but for the same original creditor. What you have to pay attention to is whether or not they use a different name, because then you can argue that because they use a different name, they're trying to mask the fact that they're the original creditor. And the reason why they even do that is because they're trying to make it urgent. So let's say, it's Capital One, they might make it so that it looks like it's coming from a debt collector. Or you know what I think, y'all? Now that I think about this, this might be what they do with the law firms. Oh my gosh, hold on. Sorry, y'all. I be going up in a tangent because it just made me think like either they do this with these law firms, or it would be considered like the hire, where they'll hire outside to collect for them. So then you'll see things like it'll say such and such as a successor for the company or whatever the case may be, and their argument is going to be that they're not the owner, they're just collecting on the behalf of the owner. And I saw a couple of cases like that. That's the funny part, because matter of fact, one of my cases was like that, and I'm looking like Midland does that a lot, which is crazy because even if you're the successor, the thing is, it depends on if you have those many Miranda rights, you are considered a debt collector, which then the FDCPA laws apply. The difference is whether or not the entire laws, like all of them apply, or just a few, which I feel like could be argued all. I don't know, y'all. Follow me to the next one because that just got my wheels spinning.